Now eat that, Einstein. In this video, I'm going to show you what the Tesla thing is all about, and I call it Tesla solved. The Tesla mystery is solved. And yeah, if we look at the name Tesla, we see that it's an anagram of SAT, and SAT stands for Saturn, like the fall into Chronos, time. And Saturn is known to eat his own children because of the aging and decay. So Tesla was really a big tell about Saturn, about the Keystone, and Nikola Tesla was all about free energy, but as always, people try to look outside and try to build some crazy magical devices that are saving our asses with free energy, but that doesn't solve the problem at its core. So free energy, of course, is referring to free the inner G, the spirit, the God. And as I like to point out in every of my videos, the G is the seventh letter, and it's like a 0 and a 1 combined. It's like the on-off button. So the G stands for duality being neutralized or merged, the binary code of 1 and 0. So we can see L's tower in the background, which is right beside the mind. So it's all about the pineal gland in your brain, which is projecting all that shit. And this is basically the operation basis, the machine god in your brain. And yeah, as we see in this depiction, Tesla even is pointing to his head, and we see this machine in the background, and this resembles a clock, like time, like Saturn, but it's depicting the key, like in the Shiro monogram. It's a key. And I talked a lot about the key, and the key will finish this dual projection, the omega, alpha and omega, beginning and end. And that's the small and narrow opportunity in time where you can unlock samsara, where you can basically escape this dual nightmare. So yeah, this basically is depicting the pineal gland, or L, or the keystone, the clock, and free energy is of course referring to free the energy which is in the heart. And in order to free the energy, the inner God, the spirit, you have to unlock Saturn, or your pineal gland. You have to walk the neutral path. You have to dissolve the mind's inner duality. Yeah, this is what it's all about, and it's a huge tell. You have to look within again, because God is hidden within. He's hidden within your heart. The spirit is in your heart, but not I'm not talking about the cellular flesh prison, but it's inside this flesh prison. There is the spirit locked, and you have to unlock it. You have to free the inner G. And that's why it's also called the Qi I think in China. So yeah, we all know this. If you only knew the magnificence of the 3, 6, and 9, then you would have a key to the universe. And universe also means you and I in one verse. You and I, because it's not about me, it's about all. So What is he saying there? Yeah, he's pointing, of course, to L, the keystone, the abuser that makes up the electromagnetic prison. Because the 3, 6, and 9, other figured this out, is referring to the prism, the triangle, which is refracting the light. And by doing that, it is projecting a dual vision into your mind. And in this triangle, we have Tesla, like L Saturn. So this is the eye. It's exactly the same. And behind the eye, there's the unified light, the magic of the heart, the energy. So this is the keystone Tesla is pointing to, and it's not some external device. And we have it even in a movie, The Broken Key, to unlock the paradigm the main character is locked in. He has to take this key and put it into the eye of horrors or horrors. And that's how he's unlocking basically the universe, you and I, unified. So it's basically about pinning L, breaching the black mirror, breaching the retina, tear it in. Pass L, solve the puzzle and pass L. Like L is on the gates, elongate, L on gate. And yeah, this is the narrow gate, the prism and the eye. So let's go a step further. In the movie Uncharted, I showed this a couple of times, but there is also the eye, and in order to find the treasure, which in the end turns out to be the heart, they have to take a key, combine it, 2 halves of a key, combine it and put it into the eye. And yeah, the eye is on the same height as the keystone, which is protruding right here. It's the keystone. And I showed this, like Epstein is the keystone. Look at my last video. I explain it there. And yeah, so she's literally pinning the eye, pin, L, gland. She's pinning L, the eye, and then they can go to God's land, gland. And then she's putting this key in it, a key to the universe. Yeah, that's the keystone. So, another famous quote of Tesla is, if you want to find the secrets of the universe, think in terms of energy, frequency, and vibrations. And on a surface level, like the New Agers view it as, it's referring to the electromagnetic prison inside the brain. I showed this in my last video too. The unified light of the energy of the heart, the spirit, is funneled through L, through the prison, and then this shit show happens inside your brain, this shit projection. And it's made up of the electromagnetic spectrum. Everything we perceive is made up of the electromagnetic spectrum. But it's a divided vision of shadow and light. So, as I said in my last video, you have to basically bring the shadow to light, and by doing that, you neutralize the duality within the brain. You can pin L, and you can go basically to the other side where you have the light bodies made up of light, your energy. So you aren't dependent on external lights, and also the body is light, so you can fly like a feather. The heart has to be light like a feather. So you got the wing. The W goes back into the G, the wing. I made a video about that too. So if we break down this sentence on a deeper level, then you will realize what it's really about. It's not about raising your energy, raising your frequency, positive vibes, and stuff like that, because that is impossible in a duality. You have to face the darkness. It's quite the opposite. You have to go into the darkness. You have to face your own shadow self. You have to face your fear. Look the fear in the eye. So it's quite the opposite. You can't raise your frequency like in an artificial way. Oh, I'm just now positive. This won't work because every positive has a negative equal. So let's look at the sentence again. Think in terms of energy, frequency, and vibration. So the energy, of course, stands for the inner G, which is the heart. You have to think in terms of the inner G. Then you have to think in terms of the frequency, which means free Q and C. And Q is the same as the G. It's the 0 and the 1 combined, the short circuit of the binary code, of the duality within, the neutralization of the duality. Q, also referring to German Quelle, which means source. Q, and then Elle, and this shows also the dual nature of L, the mirror nature, because we have one L and we have one L mirrored. So you have to free Q, the source, and C, frequency, free Q and C. And the vibration, you have to think in terms of the vibration. This boils down to vibe ratio. And this means the relationship of the dual opposites has to be wiped or purged or neutralized or merged. Or we could say short-circuited. And that's what the N is standing for, the two towers which are crossed, bridged, exactly like the letter H. So we have to wipe the ratio, which means relationship between or of the dual opposites. We have to bridge them, short circuit them. So the heart could be expressed in the letter G or Q or N or even H. And this I showed in many of my videos too. So yeah, if you want to find the secrets of the universe, again, you and I, unified. That's why it's called unified, the unified vision, where you and I are unified. Yeah, that's the whole, that's what this is all about, this whole hell realm ride. To find the heart, because the heart doesn't know any separation. Everything, everyone, all is basically unified. One vision, not divided. And that's what it's all about. And there lies the power in the heart. And we even see the key unlocking the heart, which is symbolized by the cross. So Q has to be freed, the inner G, the division has to be wiped, the ratio, the relationship has to be merged, the dual opposites have to be merged, and we can't do this by simply raise our frequency, raise our vibration, higher vibration, and only have positive energy. This won't work. We have to do the opposite. We have to face our darkest fear. We have to go through the fear and through the darkness in order to neutralize the mind's inner duality. I hope I hope this makes sense. I try to show you how it all connects from different angles, and I thought the Nikola Tesla one is overdue, and I try to show you in this video what it really means, what it's really about. We even see L's tower resembling the pineal gland, and we see the machinery which looks like a clock because we are in Saturn's paradox, Chronos, Saturn, time, decay, death and life, shadow and light, the pair of dogs, the paradox. And in order to get out, we have to basically free the inner G. We have to breach the keystone. We have to neutralize our duality within. We have to free Q, the source, and then C. And we have to wipe the ratio, the relationship between the dual opposites within, and we have to short circuit them, merge it, wipe it, purge it. Yeah, that's what it's all about. So, eat that, Einstein.